All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Want to give double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. There is Makazar from in Trinidad camp. Just want to do a little edification for the elect's sake. And the name of this lesson would be Understanding 1 Timothy 4. Because the common misconception, especially in the churches, is that in 1 Timothy chapter 4, what Paul is saying unto Timothy is that you could go ahead and eat any form of animal, which is totally not true. Because according to the laws of the Most High, it have unclean beasts and it have clean beasts. But what the church also do, they say that the laws done away with, and seeing that the laws done away with, you could basically do whatever you want. And that is another misconception. All right? But mainly we focusing today on the eating of any animals that you wish. And what Paul was saying to Timothy, he wasn't speaking about four-footed beasts and animals. All right? This is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 4. For every creature of Yahweh is good, and nothing to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving. For it is sanctified by the word of Yahweh and prayer. All right? So does this mean that you could just catch, like a donkey or horse or monkey or snake or a vulture, or down here in Trinidad we call them kobo? You think that you could go and eat these scavengers and nothing will happen to you? Think about eating a pig. A pig, when you eat a pig, you get all sorts of ailments from eating pig, all sorts of worms you get from eating pig. Science shows, even health shows, that eating pig is have no health benefits whatsoever. It is detrimental to your health. So if the Most High had made these things clean, why are they still not good for your health? All right? So it says what? It is sanctified by the word of Yahweh and prayer. All right? So let's look at the scripture here real quick. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. It says, Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. And such was some of you. So all of us went off at some point doing all sorts of heinous crimes. And it says, and such was some of you, but ye are washed, but ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and by the Spirit of God. And what the scripture said, it is the Spirit that quickeneth. All right? Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. So, if the scripture said, sanctify them through thy truth, thy word is truth, and it is the Spirit that quickeneth, and now it says what? You are sanctified and you are justified by the Spirit of the Lord. It means that what? You are made clean through the words of the Most High. By the preaching, by the scripture said, by preaching and laying on the hands of the presbytery. So now, if you go and catch a frog or a dog, what do you go and do to this dog? Do you go and read, as Matthew chapter 10 said, go and preach the kingdom of heaven is at hand? And when you preach Matthew chapter 10 to this dog or to this cat or to this frog, after you preach Matthew chapter 10 that the kingdom of heaven is at hand to this frog, do you then go and kill and eat this frog? No. Because it wasn't talking about unclean animals. It was talking about men. More the Gentiles, the Israelite foreigners that went off. As the scripture said, put no difference between them. All right? And we're going to get into that. All right? This is Leviticus chapter 11, verse 1. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parted the hoof and is cloven-footed and chewed the cud, among these beasts ye shall eat. Nevertheless, ye shall not, about that. It says, Nevertheless, ye shall not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he chewed the cud but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the coney, because he chewed the cud, but he divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. It is, and the hair, because he chewed the cud, but he divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the swine, though he divided the hoof and be cloven footed, he chewed not the cud, he is unclean unto you. All right. So the pig unclean, and it have a lesser animals, and it going down, and it shows that what all these animals are some clean and some unclean. All right. So the Lord never changed where he said that, hey, you could eat some animals and there are others that you can't eat. All right. This is Matthew chapter 5 verse 17. It says, take not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass away, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Verse 19, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall teach them, shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So the Lord never did away with the laws. Matter of fact, the Lord said, if you teach that the laws done away with, you're going to be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. So a lot of you church pastors out here that are teaching that the laws done away with and that it's okay to eat unclean meats. Guess what? Your damnation is sure. All right? The Lord have animals that are clean to eat, and there are animals that are not clean to eat. 1 Timothy chapter 4 does not speak or does not give the right to eat any animal that you so please. All right? What the scripture said. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 14. Verse 33, it says, for Yahweh is not the author of confusion, but of peace in all the churches of the saints. Said the Lord is not the author of confusion. The Lord did not write confusion. The Lord never said, don't eat this, don't eat the pig because it's unclean, and if you eat it, it will be an abomination unto you, and then come after to say, well, all right, you could go ahead and eat it. The Lord never said that. All right? The Lord never said that. All right? And as we read before, when it said that it is sanctified, it was talking about the Israelite foreigners that went off. All right, and soon we will get into that also. All right. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 17. It says, therefore, if any man be in Mashiach, he is a new creature. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. All right. So when the Lord talk about creatures, and he said that in 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 3, saying to stay away from meat, that was talking about this saying, hey, don't have nothing to do with the Israelite foreigners. But what Paul said, hey, it is receive with thanksgiving. You understand? That is why it says here in 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 5:17, all things are become new. All right? All things are passed away and all things are become new. Meaning that the former sins are forgiven, and now you become a new man. You become a new creature. All right? You become a new creature. The word creature just means thing created. And everything that the Lord put on this planet was created. So creatures are not only four-footed dumb beasts. Plants are creatures. We are all creatures. We are things created. All right? The angels are creatures. All right? What the scripture said, Yahweh is the beginning of his creation. All right? Yahweh is a creature. All right? The word creature means things created. The one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. All right? This is Mark chapter 16 verse 15. It says, and he said unto them, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. So as I said, are you going to preach to an animal, John 3:16, or Revelation chapter 13 verse 16, to a dog or a cat or a frog or a snake, and then eat it? You're going to sanctify an animal with words from the scriptures and then go and kill and eat? Nah. That is to show you, pastors, you don't understand the truth. You don't understand the scriptures. It wasn't talking about animals. It was talking about men. All right? It was talking about men. The final precept here, this is Acts chapter 10, verse 10. And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they made ready, he fell into a trance and saw heaven open, and a certain vessel descend. This is Peter, and Peter again have vision here. Now they like to use this also and say that they could eat animals that are unclean, descended unto him, and as it had been a great sheet knit at four corners and let down to the earth, wherein all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth and wild beasts and creeping things and fowls of the air. And there came a voice to him, Rise, Peter, kill and eat. But he said, No, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. All right? Say you never eat anything that is common or unclean. And the voice spake unto him again the second time, What Yahweh had cleansed, call not thou common. And who the Lord cleansed, the scripture said, sanctify. Another word for cleanse is sanctify. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. It says, this was done thrice, and the vessel was received up again into heaven. And while Peter doubted in himself this vision which he had seen should mean, behold, the men which was sent from Cornelius had made inquiry of Simon's house and stood before the gate and called and asked whether Simon, whose surname was Peter, were lodged there. While Peter taught on the vision, the Spirit said unto him, Behold, 3 men seek thee. Arise therefore and get thee down and go with them, doubting nothing, for I have sent them. So, said, go with them, don't doubt nothing. And the reason the Lord showed him this vision is because the vision was pertaining to what was coming. It was talking about the men. These men were considered what? Uncircumcised. All right? You are called uncircumcised by that which is circumcised. All right? Let's jump down to verse 27. And as he talked with him, he went in and found many that were come together. And he said unto them, Ye know how that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto another nation, and to come unto one of another nation. But Yahweh had showed me, going back up into the vision, that I should not call any man common or unclean. Let's go back up. Verse 15, and the voice spake unto him again the second time, What Yahweh had cleansed, that call not thou common. Let's go back down to 28. And he said unto them, Ye know how that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation. Talking about the Israelite foreigners. But Yahweh had showed me that I should not call any man, which would have been what? That I should not call the Israelites that were scattered abroad common or unclean, because the Jews were only 3 tribes. There were the other tribes of Israel that were scattered abroad throughout all the nations, keeping the customs of the other nations. So the Jews would have called these other Israelites common or unclean. So they guess what? They're being recalled. Pursuing back to Acts chapter 2 and 5. They're being called back to the heritage of the Lord. So the Lord is saying, hey, don't call them unclean. Don't call them common. All right? So the vision that Peter had wasn't pertaining to animals, but were pertaining to the Israelite foreigners. And you need to understand this. Acts chapter 10 and 1 Timothy chapter 4 were not giving you the right to eat unclean animals. They were talking about Israelite foreigners. And for those that can receive it, will receive it. All right? And with that, hope it was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is Makazar from Trend.com saying Shalom, stay strong.